Bernie Ecclestone says he'll never retire from Formula One, says it's his favor to the sport. The paddock takes it more as a threat. At the Tour de France, they're checking for motors hidden in the bicycles. So now I have to cover this crap as motorsport? Here's my first report. Lance says it is easier to sit on that bikey seat with just one ball. The French World Cup team honors Peugeot's Le Mans performance by replicating that feat, flaming out into failure in equally dramatic fashion. But the best news of all, we did it. Shakedown has made it into the mainstream media.
I think it is a tragedy of the first proportion that a private corporation can be subjected to what I would characterize as a shakedown.
All last week, all I heard on the TV was shakedown. So thanks, President Obama, thanks BP, and thanks Republican Party for invoking shakedown as the talking point against the $20 billion trust fund that BP committed to Barack and the American people to pay for that Gulf disaster. Shakedown's in the news. What? They're stopped saying that? We're out? Listen, Republicans, I will vote for you if you spend your money with me and run some election ads on this show. Then I can also make sure that we don't play any embarrassing Sarah Palin clips. That is, if you take my suggestion. I'm just saying. A little bit of help me help you. Now that's a shakedown.
Exclusively at autostream.com/yoparts.
Google 100th anniversary and 2010 and you'll learn a few things. It's the 100th birthday for America's Boy Scouts, the Canadian Navy, Mark Twain's death, Montana's Glacier National Park, and International Women's Day, which to me simply means another 100 years of my wife telling me to take out the trash, put down the toilet seat, and stop downloading all those MotoGP grid girl pictures. But the best 100th anniversary is Alfa Romeo's. So let's take a look at some of the coolness that they've brought to racing. But rather than drone through all the historical details, let me point out to you 6 videos hidden on YouTube titled Alfa Romeo Racing History by Integrale Vestito. Great info, greater images. But here, let's put Alfa racing into a short attention span perspective. When Alfa was born, it immediately started racing, so the sport's in its blood. 100 years of racing, who else can say that? Horses? Alfa has won in almost every major category. F1, 5 world championships. Le Mans, 4 in a row in the 30s. DTM, 4 championships in a row, 2000 to 2003. In rally, in F3, all winners. Alfa also ran IndyCar in 1989 to 1991. And this is the category where they did not win. But really, they were trying with a discarded Ferrari engine design that Fiat threw at them. Alfa has been home for some of the most fantastic names in racing. Enzo Ferrari started at Alfa, first as a driver, then a successful team manager. In fact, the iconic prancing horse Crest made his debut on the Enzo-managed Alfas. Other famous Alfa associations, Juan Fangio, Tazio Nuvolari, Mario Andretti, Niki Lauda, Bernie Ecclestone's Brabham team, the Benetton brand, which entered F1 with Alfa, Martini and Rossi, and of course, the race cars themselves, with creative did-you-knows like these. To maintain its winning ways versus the 30s German Mercedes Auto Union Blitzkrieg, Alfa tried this 1934 Bimotore car with, yes, 2 8-cylinder engines, one in the front and the other behind the driver. Alfa also built their own mid-engine design, the Type 512, but it never raced. In the 50s, its F1 Type 158 was so heavily supercharged and tuned that it got a stunningly bad half-kilometer per liter fuel mileage. The 4.5-liter engine had a 5th stroke, which ran unburned fuel back through the cylinders just to keep them cool. In Le Mans racing, the all-elegantly shaped Alfa Le Mans sports cars of the 60s and 70s. And when not great looking, Alfa racers like this 33 TT12 were hot looking nonetheless, with fiercely functional shaping. And 2 world championships in 1975 and 1977 to boot. Then the DTM Alfas, the Italian version of Fast and Furious. There even was a mid-engine V12 prototype built when sedan racing considered becoming even more exotic. So on this 100th anniversary, Next time you rattle off a list of racing brands, before you stop at Porsche, Ferrari, Lotus, McLaren, Corvette, make sure you put Alfa Romeo on that list. Alfa knows how to race. They've done more, influenced more than many a brand. And if any marque needs to get back on track, it's Alfa. The 8C Competizione would be a great start. They already have the grid girls rehearsing.
Script delivery. Thanks. Tuesday's opposite day. Oh, you look great today, Derek.